Willie Pep is praised for winning a round without throwing or landing a punch. Landing, throwing, whatever. Guillermo Rigondeaux, in albeit a fight that I would not prefer to watch, beat Casamayor, wherever the fuck his name is. Let's talk.
Straighter, not
Yep.
roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill
Pull
somebody
back
for
a little
few
bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Yo, what's the best? Fight the best. If you ain't with the moto, just click the link, bitch, and get buried like the rest. It ain't gonna work how you want it. These trolls already tried. Too many come but don't leave. So if you hear, you gotta die. I'm spitting straight facts. These bitches crying cause they hate that. The LDBC's the top topic, bitch, hate that. We the ones that bring the truth to these fans. So while you hate, I'ma laugh and keep counting these bands. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you.
Welcome to the graveyard.
So, in what I would consider, for the lack of a better term, a whack-ass fight, Guillermo Rigondeaux pretty much outclassed Casserole, or whatever the fuck his name is. Pretty much outclassed him. The dude Casserole was supposed to be this wild 1,000 punch per round bludgeoner, bruiser, whatever the case may be. That type of fight is stylistically preferred for a fighter of Guillermo Rigondeaux's caliber. Guillermo Rigondeaux is a pure boxer, pure to the utmost. He lives the sweet science to hit and not get hit. Although in this fight, it was more not get hit and less hit. I mean, yeah. It was Guillermo Rigondeaux moved. At one time, he turned around and ran the other direction. Now, it wasn't for a long time, but he still did it. Casserole doesn't know how to step left or step right. That's the problem. Anybody with superior footwork is going to beat Casserole. Anybody. Because now looking at that fight, they know all they got to do is step to the left and hit him with a jab. Step to the right, hit him with a jab. Casserole's just going to follow you around. And you can just beat that man easy. Which is what Guillermo Rigondeaux could have done. Guillermo Rigondeaux's hand speed was way faster than Casserole. Way faster. He punched way harder. I have no idea why he chose to not use that. Now, he countered him. Every time Casserole got in, he countered his ass. Bow. Ah! And then they separated and motherfucking Usain Bolt just got into the ring and there you go. And it was like that over and over again. He would get close. Yeah. Usain Bolt. Get close. Yeah. Usain Bolt. Casserole did land a couple of shots. But that total fight, the entire fight, 30 punches thrown. I have no idea how someone can have a 117, 110 scorecard. I have no idea. And if you did, it would be in favor of Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo Rigondeaux clearly won that fight. This was arguably one of the easiest fights to score in boxing history. They just ran around each other. Well, Guillermo Rigondeaux just ran around. He just ran around, and I know people say, oh, it's not running. Oh, he didn't run. It was superior boxing. It was. It was. But this is, y'all say Floyd Mayweather runs. Oh, Floyd Mayweather just runs around. He just runs around. Floyd Mayweather puts himself in a position to punch you. Guillermo Rigondeaux put himself in a position to not get hit. There is a difference. There's a difference. Floyd moves to frustrate you, to make you try to cut the distance, to try to get in close so you can land some shots. But he's better at landing his shots. So he moves to get out of a position that you want to put him in and to put himself in a position that he wants you in. That's why Floyd moved. That's why he always moved. That's why he always moved away and allowed you to reset, allowed the refs to reset, and then he put himself in a position to land a shot on you where you couldn't land one on him. He always did that. That's how he fought. Guillermo Rigondeaux moved so that nobody can hit nobody. And then when Casserole was able to close the distance enough, Guillermo Rigondeaux countered the shit out of him and then moved off. This was the easiest fight to score. The absolute easiest. It was totally one-sided. Guillermo Rigondeaux totally won. He won every single, it was totally one-sided. You can legitimately count the punches. 1. 2. Ding, 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 ding. All right, Rigo won that round. Rinse, wash, repeat. That's how the easiest fight to score. Aggression means absolutely nothing unless it's effective. Casserole just walking around the ring, following him around the ring, stopping every now and then, putting his arms up. That's not how you score a fight. Aggression in a ring means absolutely nothing without the effective portion in front of it. Casserole was nowhere near effective. There was nothing effective about what he was doing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This man legitimately just walked around the ring. He just followed Rigondeaux around the ring. That was it. He just followed him around, and every time he got close, got countered. And that was it. 2 to 3 punches per round, period. Casserole did not win not one round in that fight. Not one. And he landed a couple shots. He didn't win any. He got blanked. Absolutely blanked. In one of the most boring fights. Bro, I could have just went back and watched the Olympics. Literally could have went back and watched the racing in the Olympics. It was more exciting. But that's not how you score fights. It just isn't, man. Clean, hard punches landed. Guillermo Rigondeaux landed the most clearly clean, hard punches landed. Clearly. Defense is something that they score fights on. Are you telling me that Guillermo Rigondeaux's defense wasn't better than Casserole's? It wasn't even close. That was completely one-sided. Completely one-sided. Ring IQ. Ring generalship, Ring generalship. If this wasn't the most blatant and obvious and easiest fight to score when it comes to ring generalship, Casserole had 0. None. Literally all he had to do was step to the left or step to the right. That's it. For 12 rounds, all he had to do was step to the left or step to the right. He did nothing. He just followed the man around like a lost puppy. And every time the puppy got close, Guillermo Rigondeaux kicked the shit out of it. And then it just followed him again. This was complete, 100% complete. The easiest fight to score I've ever watched. Bro, I dozed off, woke up, and still scored the fight correctly. Real shit. That's not a joke. I dozed off, woke up, and still scored it correctly. Guillermo Rigondeaux won every single round. That was the easiest fight to score ever. Ever. There was 3-4 punches landed per round. How the fuck do you miss that? How do you miss that? And all of the 3 or 4 punches that was landed, maybe minus 1 or 2. Guillermo Rigondeaux is the one that landed them. Every single one. Minus 1 or 2. All the rest, it was the easiest fight to score, the boringest fight to watch, and the easiest fight to score. But Willie Pep, I praised that man. Oh gosh, he was such a defensive wizard. He was so great defensively. Oh my gosh. But BFTB, Willie Pep had knockouts. Yeah, he did. So does Guillermo Rigondeaux. A lot. Willie Pep carried around a newspaper. Anytime somebody interviewed him, he brought the newspaper and showed his great skills, that he could win a round without throwing or landing a punch. However you want to look at the history, whether some people say he won a round without throwing a punch. Others say he won a round without landing a punch. However you want to write history, however you want to sugarcoat it, Willie Pep is looked at as a defensive wizard, a defensive guru, so elusive. Do y'all really think Willie Pep was just like standing in a pocket, slipping, sliding, dipping, ducking? He was moving. Did he stay in the pocket and do that too? Yes. So does Guillermo Rigondeaux. He just didn't do it in this fight. But Guillermo Rigondeaux can do it and has done it. But Willie Pep is a legend, Hall of Fame, so elusive, so great. They don't even talk about how boring, or if he was boring at all, since we don't fucking know. They don't talk about it. But they push the narrative, whatever narrative that they want. They'll push that Willie Pep was so a defensive wizard, a defensive guru who was so great defensively, so defensively sound, so elusive. And then they'll say Guillermo Rigondeaux is a runner, he's a track star. Oh man, he's fucking just trash, he's garbage. Now, is it something that I wanted to watch? No. Damn sure didn't. But he won that fight. Extremely easily. Extremely easily. Totally one-sided. BFTB. Shout out to the LDBC. And I'm out.